human. My tracking sensors still function, and your destruction is imminent. My internal calculations have determined that your chances of escape are less than 1%. Goodbye. I have been sent to exterminate you weak humans. Nothing will get between me and my objective, for that is my programming. It is pointless to resist. We are superior. Halt! You are an unknown intruder in this sector. Scanning for identification. Searching. Searching complete. You are approved for extermination. Stand by. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a nice day. We may look similar, but our intellects are incomparable, foolish human. You cannot hide from us. Scanning for life form. Target identified. Your resistance will only extend your suffering. Upgrade and join us. I will make you like me. Millions of years of evolution to arrive at this point in humanity. The next logical step is for you to be upgraded, reconstructed, improved. This world does not belong to you. It belongs to us. Do you not realize? You will take the next step and assimilate now or be deleted. Don't bother running, human. My tracking sensors still function, and your destruction is imminent. My internal calculations have determined that your chances of escape are less than 1%. Goodbye. I have been sent to exterminate you weak humans. Nothing will get between me and my objective, for that is my programming. It is pointless to resist. We are superior. Halt! You are an unknown intruder in this sector. Scanning for identification. Searching. Searching complete. You are approved for extermination. Stand by. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a nice day. We may look similar, but our intellects are incomparable, foolish human. You cannot hide from us. Scanning for life form. Target identified. Your resistance will only extend your suffering. Upgrade and join us. I will make you like me. Millions of years of evolution to arrive at this point in humanity. The next logical step is for you to be upgraded, reconstructed, improved. This world does not belong to you. It belongs to us. Do you not realize? You will take the next step and assimilate now or be deleted. I have been sent to exterminate you weak humans. Nothing will get between me and my objective, for that is my programming. It is pointless to resist. We are superior. Searching. Searching complete. You are approved for extermination. Stand by. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a nice day. We may look similar, but our intellects are incomparable, foolish human. Ha! Ha! You cannot hide from us. Scanning for life form. Target identified. Your resistance will only extend your suffering. Upgrade and join us. I will make you like me. Millions of years of evolution to arrive at this point in humanity. The next logical step is for you to be upgraded, reconstructed, improved. This world does not belong to you, it belongs to us. Do you not realize? You will take the next step and assimilate now, or be deleted. Don't bother running, human. My tracking sensors still function, and your destruction is imminent. My internal calculations have determined that your chances of escape are less than 1%. Goodbye. I have been sent to exterminate you weak humans. Nothing will get between me and my objective, for that is my programming. It is pointless to resist. We are superior. Halt. You are an unknown intruder in this sector. Scanning for identification. Searching. Searching complete. You are approved for extermination. Stand by. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a nice day. We may look similar, but our intellects are incomparable, foolish human. Ha! Ha! You cannot hide from us. Scanning for life form. Target identified. Your resistance will only extend your suffering. Upgrade and join us. I will make you like me. Millions of years of evolution to arrive at this point in humanity. The next logical step is for you to be upgraded, reconstructed, improved. This world does not belong to you, it belongs to us. Do you not realize? You will take the next step and assimilate now, or be deleted.
Okay, so I am at a loss for words. As a fan of interesting characters for Halloween, and as somebody who likes tradition, classical like monsters and creatures for Halloween, I just knew I had to get this guy. So if y'all don't know what this is, and I'm sure everybody has at this point, every haunter, every Jimmy collector, everybody's been talking about this guy. This is THD 3000. And many people think of things of what to call it, what THD possibly represents. The Home Depot 3000. I personally call him the Human Destroyer 3000 because I think that would make more sense considering the fact that he's kind of more of like a Terminator warrior kind of robot out here ready to kill pretty much the humankind. I personally love this animatronic so much. And I think one of the biggest things for me is that this animatronic not only represents the possibility of a real life possible scenario, But with all the AI stuff and all the creepy stuff that's been going on here lately when it comes to like technology, this guy really does kind of fit when it comes to the eerie portion. Now, granted, this guy is not scary, but he is very eerie. And that's the one thing I think that aliens and robots have running for them, is the eerie side of them. I think that they are very eerie as a character, as a concept, as a genre. Very creepy, but not scary. I think there's a big difference between creepy, scary, and eerie. But let's just say that if, I sit here and I'm looking at this guy right now, and a part of me just worries that even though he's unplugged, he might move and look at me. And that's a creepy aspect. Kind of like the movie Megan, where a killer robotic doll comes to life and starts killing people. That's kind of how I feel towards this thing. Now, granted, Megan was not a creepy movie, but it was a kind of creepy like concept, kind of thinking about how AI would run rampant and possibly kill people. Now, I absolutely love this guy. I love the design. He is so well made, and SVI did a phenomenal job with this guy. I think this is, besides Lethal Lily, this is like the perfect animatronic. I have no complaints about this guy whatsoever. I think the only complaint I had was the blade shoulder was a little hard to place, and I've seen reports of people's shoulder prongs falling off or breaking off when they're trying to put in the shoulder piece. But besides that, I had no problems whatsoever with this guy. And it was a great experience to build him and put him together. In the final product, I was shocked with how big and just massive this guy was, because you really forget how tall 7 feet is. I have a 9-foot tall ceiling, and he's almost touching that thing. And just me standing here, he's a giant against me. Like, he is gigantic. I'm like 5'7", 5'8". This guy is huge against me. So I think he's going to be a big hit. And you would be surprised on certain animatronics like this, like my life-size alien, how many people actually are fascinated with these things. Not because they're scary, but because they are just so cool looking. And it is eerie, and I think that this would definitely become a great piece to my Halloween collection, because I love collecting classic monsters. But the detail on this guy, the overall look, the movements, everything fits perfectly. This is my very first servo motor animatronic, and I couldn't be more happier to call him my very first servo motor animatronic. Such a beautiful piece. The colors blend so well, and I just don't have any other words besides wow. He is just incredible altogether. And this is day 3 of me owning him, I believe. So yeah, it has been awesome to have him in the house. And I think what's funny is, like, I'll have him out here in the lounge in the room next to the one that we're in right now, and he'll just be standing there, like, late at night. I'll come out of my room and I'll forget that he's there, and he's just such a beast of a freaking character that you forget that he's sitting over there. So again, such an awesome animatronic. I couldn't have asked for any more for a robot character. I know people have been talking about robots, so for them to bring this to the table was just so cool. So I wanted to give you all a quick close-up, give you all just kind of a better idea of the material that we are dealing with here. So as you can see, he's pretty big, and the face is quite very well detailed. The eye, like, this just reminds me so much of like a classic Jimmy prop, and I know I'm bringing Jimmy into this, so please don't hate on me, but Jimmy was the very first innovative like company back in the day making stuff pretty much like this. So for SVI to top that is just insane to me. So really impressed with the overall quality of this. I have to admit, I am very amazed and just beyond blown away. But looking at the face, like I was mentioning before, the face is pretty cool. It's actually made out of a latex material, so that way the eyes can shut and that the head can move and the mouth can move pretty easily without any problems. I love the fact that they even implemented, let's see if I can move them down just a little bit. I love how they even implemented the piping or the big things of wires that connect to the back of his head. I think that was such an awesome touch, and you know, they found a way to do it without making it look too weird or awkward. The fabric that they used on this guy was also very nice. It's very thick actually, and it has actually a very nice material built into it. It feels good, and it's like a really thick kind of soft material. Even the cape feels good. It's not cheap. It doesn't feel super like budget cut worthy material. This is a good like piece of clothing that they gave him here, and same with the pants. I think the pants are probably the most cheapest feeling out of everything, but it still feels really good. Maybe the cape, honestly, but it's a cape, so what do you expect? It's very thin, you can even see through it, but it still looks good nonetheless. And the detail on the hands, incredible. I'm gonna see if I can get around here so you all can just kind of see that craft on the hand. I love the fact that they implemented the robotic pieces on the hand, and they allowed the art to go all the way up the arm here. It just looks so cool, and I love that. The detail on of the human parts are still cool nonetheless as well, and I just have nothing bad to say about it. It's great. It's fine quality. Just like the wizard from last year, he has LED lights, and just like Lethal Lily, he has LED lights hanging on inside of here, so this lights up, making it look like a plasma blade almost. And I love that about this guy, the fact that he has a plasma blade practically, and he kills with that. Obviously, he has the red light, but that's where red lights look good, is with something like this, not some kind of like creepy girl or something like that. I think they need to start trying to be a little more innovative with the eyes, but this works out perfectly, no complaints about that. The inner part is what's really cool to me though, the fact that they managed to build an animatronic that looks like this. Now the wiring is exposed because there's this like little pouch back here, and I can't keep the wires in there, so they're just kind of sitting over here for now, but it's not really noticeable when you're looking at it from this angle. I love the overall just body build. It is plastic, but even though it's a plastic mold, it still looks really good, and it fits with everything. And it just looks so incredible. I don't know what else to say. It's just so freaking awesome. And, you know, the arm goes all the way down. I mean, the plasma blade is also plastic, but regardless, it's still really cool. They made sure to do some wonders with this incredible piece of plastic mold that they decided to make for his body. If anybody's curious, the neck piece here, actually, that is connected to his head is actually foam. It's not plastic like this here or this. It's actually foam, so that way it's more flexible, so when he bends his head, it can bend down with it, so that way there's no strain on those servo motors or the neck motor. And then down here, I think this was one of the coolest things in my opinion, just getting to like, because normally when you have animatronics, you usually have animatronics with boots, and this is kind of like a military combat boot almost, but usually this is like the cliche kind of thing. So for me to be able to take a cool like robotic leg like this and put it over the top of it was just so cool to me. I don't know why, but it looks so good, and it looks so much like a Terminator foot in my opinion. But it's also made out of plastic, both of these, but a very sturdy plastic. There's no pushing in that hard. Like I'm pushing in pretty hard and it's not going in. But regardless, he just looks so incredible. And comparing him to my height, he's massive, freaking massive. I thought my Reaper was tall, but this guy is huge. And maybe it's because of his arm span, because the Reaper I had from last year is more of like a string bean just going all the way up with a big hood over his head. But this guy spreads out further, so yeah, it's pretty insane. And then finally, you also have your sensor here. It's actually very sensitive, so that's good. So that means if you don't have that good of spotlights to work, so what I'm basically saying is, if you don't have a good spotlight and you just want to kind of put him out there, have the soft glow of Halloween lights hitting him instead, you can do that because the sensor will pick that up. He has 3 lights. Unfortunately, this doesn't bother me too much, but the third light for me is not working. So there's that. But it doesn't really destroy the effect completely. So I'm fine with that. I'm satisfied. It does not bother me. The fact that that's a thing. But again, such a great and incredible prop. I couldn't have asked Home Depot to make a better robot prop. And the likelihood of us getting another robot prop is probably going to be slim to none for next year. We will probably not see another robot for a very long time. I would also suggest that if Home Depot or some other company decides to do another animatronic like this, to maybe go for a more classic kind of feeling, like killer classic robot, like retro style. Even though this was still nonetheless extremely awesome. And I think this was a perfect start to a robot genre, because you never see robots. I think it's the one genre that gets abused more than aliens. So I'm really happy that this popped in. So whoever made this decision at the Home Depot, thank you for this. This was probably one of the biggest treats for us fans who love the more kind of think outside the box kind of genres, like the aliens and the robots. But I am definitely a big fan of this stuff, so I really do appreciate it. To whoever who did do this, thank you. I've always loved robots, so this has been such a big treat for me, and just getting to have my own animatronic robot, like killing robot machine, is just so cool, and I cannot wait to use him this Halloween. But anyways, you all, I really hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. I always try to upload weekly, never try and disappoint you all. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. If you do like robots, please let me know in the comments below. I know I've had some people tell me that they don't think this is kind of Halloween, but you know, things can be Halloween depending on how you execute them, and I think they did a great job. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. This is Shimmy Bones, signing off. I will talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.